Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, in this video we're going to talk about what it's like to be married to a Vietnamese woman. I've talked about other things like this before, but I haven't quite talked about marriage and what that entails, at least in my marriage with my Saigonese wife, Win. So we're going to talk about that. If you do enjoy the video, give your boy a subscribe. If not, keep it moving. Let's go. Okay. It's been requested to not walk on Windway anymore, so I shall satisfy that request. We'll walk in other places. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So, what's it like to be married to a Vietnamese, Saigonese woman? Well, I'll tell you for the most part it's pretty good. We fight, but not crazy. You know, it's like anything, any kind of relationship. Sometimes you fight, sometimes you don't. For the most part, we don't. It's like a massage shop. For the most part, you don't. And fights are pretty brief and short. I think that happens in any relationship, though. Big key differences that I want to point out is, especially comparative to the West, depending on like you and your family and stuff. You know, I'm not a particularly super tight-knit family back in America, but Vietnamese are super tight-knit families. You are definitely going to be hanging out with her family a lot. You're going to be spending a large chunk of Tet with the family. You know, you're going to be hanging a lot with the family. So you better like the father, the mother, and if they've got brothers or sisters, hopefully you get along with all of them, because you're definitely going to be hanging out in a considerable amount of time. And you know, for the most part, we get along pretty well. We are going to film another family get-together soon, so I know you guys like those. Yeah, everything goes pretty smoothly until like until her dad gets kind of drunk, and then he starts giving advice on like what to do, like pressures of having a baby and shit, which in my opinion is not really anybody's business but me and Win-Win's. But you know, that's kind of typical. You're gonna get, after you get married, you're gonna get pressured into having a baby pretty much right away. You know, Win wants a kid, I want a kid, but here's Gucci. Didn't even know there was a Gucci over here. Neither of us want kids right now. You know, I have a career going. She has a successful career going as well. It's debatable if mine's successful, but I like doing it. So we're on the backside of Windway, and I can't say this street, Dong Du. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of family involvement. We haven't put that much money into like the family. I've heard from different people, different stories about some people putting a lot of family into a lot of money into the family stuff. We don't really do that because we don't really have a lot of extra money to spare anyways. So that doesn't really happen too much. Overall, I can say it's a loving, caring relationship. I do all the house chores. I do all the cooking if we are cooking. I do all the laundry. Winnie does the dishes, and that's really it. But I kind of like it that way because I'm pretty particular on the way I like to clean anyways. This is the old Sony store. No one's rented this yet. They must want a shit ton for this. A lot of things are getting rented that were empty. But yeah, we get along fairly, really good, you know. If there's a fight, I try not to argue back. I'm not a big fighter, so I'll just say I'm sorry and try to keep it moving. I'm not really big into having arguments and yelling at each other and stuff. Although I can tell you that is a bit of a thing here. They definitely like to escalate their voice and yell a little bit when they get upset. And that's kind of a Vietnamese thing. That's not just for your girlfriend or wife. As far as the controlling thing goes, I don't think so. I think if you present yourself as a good guy and a good person, you'll be all right with the controlling thing. You won't have a tight leash on you. Again, that depends on like what type of guy you are. Were you a playboy before you guys got married, etc., etc.? You know, I think a lot of these things you can apply to women worldwide. I think it's kind of lame when people generalize and say like all Vietnamese women are controlling and jealous and blah 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 blah. That's just not true. If you give them a reason to be, they will be, you know. I'm not a particularly jealous or controlling type of person whatsoever. So for me, it works out pretty well. We get along good. We like to hang out. We definitely like to go on vacations. I'm going to be going to Da Nang soon because y'all paid for a Da Nang trip, so we're going to go there. Thank you to the people that contributed for the Da Nang trip. You guys are legends. Yeah, it's really not that big of a, you know, I don't feel any different than when I had her as a girlfriend, like, to be honest with you. I pay the rent and stuff like this. Oh, he like masked up when he saw me. Oh no, big bag COVID that doesn't exist anymore. We're gonna come and get you. They gotta drop this mask shit. I don't think they'll ever stop wearing masks here. It's not really mandatory anymore, but they love a mask here. A lot of Viets are now starting to just not wear it. Because it's so stupid at this point. Why do I need to wear a mask if I'm 10 feet away from you? What am I gonna give you? And it's like a common cold now. So you're gonna be spending a lot of time with the family. You're gonna feel a lot of pressure from the family to have a child. You're gonna feel a lot of pressure if it's just your girlfriend and if you've met the family to get married. There isn't gonna be, you know, much free time. If you're hanging out with the family when you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, they're gonna, for the most part, put the wheels on it and try to get it into a marriage and then try to have children pretty much right away. It's of their belief you pretty much have to have children under 30 and you have to be married under 30 or you become less valuable, which is totally ridiculous. There are women starting to go against the grain on that, as no one should dictate that kind of thing but you and whoever your partner is. So it's slowly starting to go away, especially with the younger crowd. Like, you ask girls that are 18 to 25, they don't want to get married, ever. Or if they do, not until they're in their mid-30s. Not until they've lived life. Which kind of is, for the most part, how it should be. I tend to agree with that philosophy. It is extremely hot today. It's the rainy season. I wish it was raining. I would take some rain right now and an umbrella. It at least cools everything down. So we're walking all kind of around the Winway area. There's lots of restaurants. There's lots of coffee shops. There's a Gouda over here. It's okay. A little overpriced. And the quality can be hit or miss. But yeah, for the most part, I'm very happy in our relationship, you know. Like I said, only on occasion if Ba gets a little drunk does he start putting pressure on. Her brothers are amazing. They never have ever been rude to me or been in any kind of pressure way. They're always nice guys. I got lucky. Everybody in my wife's family is really cool. Mom's really cool. So, and even like their cousins and nephews and stuff, I get along with pretty well. I've talked about it already in the past few weeks, but I did sign up for a language class. We're waiting for more people to fill the class, and then I'll start taking Vietnamese language class. I don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully I can learn and pass the class and keep it moving and keep going to class and eventually get some Vietnamese down pretty steady. That is the goal of doing that. So I'd like to be able to communicate a little bit more. Is it necessary? It really isn't. I know guys here that have lived here 2 to 10 years that speak, like, I know more Vietnamese than them. I kid you not, like way more. They always are learning shit from me when we hang out. So there's a whole segment of dudes here that live here that put zero effort, and I mean 0 effort into learning any kind of Vietnamese, which is fine. That's your choice to make, you know, and I respect that. But I do want to learn a little bit more than what I know now, so I can just be more able to communicate more, if you know what I'm saying. But we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm going to give it a try. So, good old college try. Oh, that exhaust sounds horrendous. It just sounded like it was just straight piped. Used to put something on that one. The Triumph. Oh, there's some massage ladies up here. Grifton and Grafton. It's like a little Samsung store, a little iPhone. Remember, the only certified reseller of iPhones and Apple products is FPT, or even new products. These are not the massage girls you're looking for anywhere. These are the ones you skip. Pro tip, guys. And they do the same thing all of them do. Cover their face, which is fine. They don't want somebody in their family to see what they're doing. I wouldn't either if I was in that profession. Probably I would lean into it. But we still haven't done the official like big wedding thing yet. We're trying to plan it for this year, going into next year, you know, wedding photos and all that stuff. I've lost an aggressive amount of weight in the past, I don't know, 6 months. So I started my weight loss journey in January. I actually did one of those New Year's resolution type deals, and it actually took. And now that I've been drinking way less too, it's even getting easier. I'm down to like 94 kgs right now, so I want to be somewhere around 90 to 85 for the marriage, for the wedding and all that stuff. So yeah, it's actually a really good thing. It's super positive. If we have children, there's no way I would take the kids and take them to America, or the kid. I want the kid to absolutely learn in a Vietnamese school, not even a private school. All that private bullshit. You don't need privilege. I want them to kind of grow up just like a normal, or she, grow up just like a normal Vietnamese kid would. Go through public school. Of course, definitely get a tutor for English and teach English. I don't know how that shit works because I'm not a dad yet, but primarily have the kid learn Vietnamese as a Vietnamese kid would, and then wrap English into it once they have some mastery of Vietnamese. And then college, that's going to be up to them. If they want to go to college here, they can go to college here. If they want to go to college in Japan or something, they can go there, or in Korea, or wherever they want, America. It's going to be up to the kid. I'm not going to plan out my kid's future. You never know what talent in them. Some Tourista gringo. That's okay. Again, those motorbike guys are alright, but there's no reason to take one of those guys when there's a grab and you have the guy's name and stuff. Agri Bank, not a good bank. It is ridiculously hot. I've never eaten at this place. So I mean, there's not much to really say about it. Like, don't be scared of it. I think it's going to be like a marriage anywhere in the world. You're going to have ups and downs. But we have way more ups than we do downs. So, yeah, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the cusp, it should be all right. You know, just know that there's a lot of family involvement on he or she side. So you're going to be tightly knitted into the family. So just know. The lounge open right now. Who's going to the lounge right now? Just know that you're going to be fully integrated in with her family or his family. So I would definitely make sure you get along with the family and set boundaries for money and stuff. I would be kind of weary if you're with a girl and they're kind of immediately asking to help support the family and things like this. I mean, if you've got the money and you really like her, sure, but I would be weary about money asking and stuff like that. It's almost always to meet, you know, one that's going to be in your life for a long time, to meet her at your worst almost. And if they're willing to be there at your worst and stand by you, then you probably got a winner, in my opinion. Again, I'm not an expert, a marriage expert, a guru, or anything like this. I'm just giving you the opinions of what has been in my life with my marriage, almost a year and a half in. We're a year and 3 months married. We've been together pretty much 2.5, almost 3 years. Right when I met her, she's been with me since the first day we met, pretty much every day, except for when I go somewhere or she goes somewhere. So I kind of fast-tracked it, but I'm with her every day, so yeah. All right, guys, that's the video. If you guys are watching and you want to add anything to this video, I implore you to add to this video in the comments section. If you want to smash that thumbs up button, that's awesome. If you want to join Patreon for early access, that would also be awesome. Patreon also has its own original content, or content that's too crazy for my actual YouTube channel. There's not a lot of those. Those happen once every couple months maybe. But there's plenty of reasons why to join up for Patreon if you're curious about that. So stay frosty, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.